Hi there, I'm Sally Stryker Stotts, and today I'd like to share with you something that has changed my life. It's called the 5-to-1 rule. This is a way of eating that you learn how to substitute carb-rich foods for ones that are higher in fiber. And it's by looking at the labels and doing a little bit of math. Don't be afraid if there's a little bit of math, just pull out your phone. It's not that big of a deal. It's usually in these 4 categories: BiCePS, bread, cereal, pasta, snacks. Those 4 categories are the ones that are carb rich. What happened for me was within about 8 weeks, I lost 15 pounds without even trying. Couldn't even believe it. I've been 130 for most of my adult life, and I was happy with that because I'm about 5'5", and I thought, okay, that's fine, I look okay. But I never felt like I looked really sleek and wonderful, and now I'm 115, I don't even try. When I started doing this diet, I was like, oh my God, I think I have cancer. And that's what they said. Brad and Dave, they're the guys that I got this from. They are incredible. They are physical therapists on YouTube. I'm sure you know them. They're very famous. They had something called the 5-to-1 rule. And they said they both lost 20 pounds each. And they said, oh my God, I thought I had cancer. I did too. I'm looking at the scale. I'm like, I can't believe it. So anyway, what you do is you look at any of these foods when you go to the grocery store, and you look at the total carbs and you divide it by the total fiber. And if the resulting number is 5 or lower, that's what you want to buy. Now they say 5-to-1. I like to say, instead of 5-to-1, I say 1/5. Because what's happening is that 1/5 of what you're eating, if you have the resulting number of 5, 1/5 or 20% is fiber. Your body cannot digest fiber. So what happens is the fiber goes through your gut, it helps to clean out your intestines, and it makes you feel full. You can't eat it, so 20% of what you're eating is not calories, so you lose weight. If the number is 4, that means that 1/4 of what you're eating, or 25%, is fiber. If it's 1/2, if the number is 2, then 1/2 of what you're eating, 1/3, 1/3, whatever the number is. Now, if it's 7 or 8, that means only 1/8 of what you're eating is fiber. 1/9, 1/12. So what you want to do is have that number to be lower, so that means a higher percentage is fiber. So I'm going to show you some labels so you can practice this. Just get out your phone. Don't be afraid of math. This thing's going to change your life. It has for me. It's been about a year now, and I don't even try. I made sure that I went through everything in my house, and I don't allow anything in my house that doesn't follow this rule in terms of the carb categories. I only eat popcorn for snacks. Sometimes what I do is I eat this edamame pasta, which is 1/2 fiber. At night, if I'm hungry, I just crunch on that, and I can eat whatever I want, and I have not been gaining weight. I went from a size 6 to 8, and now I'm a 4'2". Loving it, looking good, can't believe it, don't even try. Love this rule, and I hope it works for you. I'm going to give you some examples so you can practice, okay? Okay, I just want to add 2 things. Number 1, the reason why you do the numbers is because these manufacturers of food will fool you with words. They'll say high in fiber, low in sugar, blah, 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 whole grain, blah, blah, blah. They can tell you all kinds of words to confuse you, but they can't hide the numbers. So that's why you have to do the numbers. I'm sorry, if it's math, you don't like math, get over it, and just keep buying the things that work for you. But at first, you're gonna have to go through and figure out the math. The second thing is, I have noticed that I no longer want candies and all these things that I used to crave. I used to be in the checkout lane, you know, at CVS, and I'd see a Baby Ruth, or I'd see, you know, Starburst, and I'd just grab one, or Heath Bar. Oh, I used to love those. Now I look at them, I'm like, don't even want it, because my gut biome has changed. That's what's happened, is all that fiber is going through my gut, and it's taking out all of that stuff that was screaming for sugar. So just wanted to make sure that I made those 2 points. Make sure you have to look at the numbers, because they're trying to fool you.
Okay, so now it's time to look at our labels and figure out how we're going to find out which foods follow the 5-to-1 rule. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to find the percentage of fiber in packaged foods. That's what the 5-to-1 is. It's 5-to-1, meaning 1/5 should be fiber, or 20% of what you're eating should be fiber. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the nutrition facts label. And all the labels in the US look just like this. So once you find it on one, it's very easy to find it on other ones. Sometimes it's horizontal, but mostly it's vertical like this. So you're going to look about halfway down, and you're going to look for total carbohydrate and dietary fiber. Those are the two things, the only two things you need to look at. And what you're going to do is you're going to see the grams. Don't look at the percentages on the right. That's the RDA, or the daily value of nutrients. That's not important. What you want to look for are the grams. So in this case, we've got 29 grams of total carbohydrates, and then we have 4 grams of fiber. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide the top number by the bottom number, the total carbs by the fiber. So I rounded it to 30 because it's easier. So 30 divided by 4 equals 7.5. Okay, so this is too high. It's over 5, so this is too high. This means that only 1/7 of the total carbs in this product is fiber. We want at least 1/5. So you can round off that top number if you need to make the math easier, or just pull out your phone and use the calculator. It's that easy. Okay, so why do I have to do the math? I don't want to do the math, because words and images can be misleading. The manufacturers are trying to sell you something, and they don't care. They just want you to buy the product. So they're going to try to put, oh, high in fiber, gluten-free, blah, 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 blah. If you look at the numbers, they can't trick you with the numbers. So that's why we have to use the numbers to make sure what we're getting is following this rule. So if the 5-to-1 is still confusing you, this is how I thought about it. Just imagine a pie. So if you get the answer 5, that means it's a 5-to-1 food, which means just put a 1 in front of it. So it's 1/5. That means 1/5 of what you're eating, or 20%, is fiber. Like this pie, 5 slices of a pizza. If everybody got a slice, they'd each have 20% of the pizza. You could also think of it as like 5 $20 bills that makes a $100 bill. So 4, if you get a 4, that means it's 1/4, 4-to-1, or 1/4, or 1/4, or 25%. Or you could think of it as 4 quarters making $1. If you get the number 3, that means 1/3 of what you're eating is fiber, which is great, or 33%. What would be bad is if you got a 10. If you get a 10, that means only 1/10 of what you're eating is fiber, and you want it to be at least 20%. So you're getting half of what you should get. Remember, the higher the number, the worse it is. I know that seems counterintuitive, but if you look at this chart, if you look at a 4, you're getting 1/4 fiber, 25% fiber of what you're eating. If you get a 12, you're getting 1/12, or only 8.3% of fiber. So if it's anything over 5, don't buy it. 6 is okay, 7 is okay, but you really want to be at a 5. So why does it matter that the carbs you're eating have at least 5-to-1, or 1/5, or 20% fiber in them? Because carbs are basically sugar, and any extra sugar that you eat just gets stored as fat. And low fiber carbs create a sugar spike in the blood, which releases excess insulin. This is diabetes, okay? This is a big problem. You don't want this. If you have high fiber carbs, they release the energy from the food evenly into your bloodstream. So this is good. Fiber is also something that your body can push against in digestion, and it scrubs the intestinal walls. The scrubbed intestines actually change your gut biome, so you actually have less craving for sweets. It actually takes out the bad bacteria that's screaming for sugar. And fiber gives you a feeling of fullness, so you won't overeat. And fiber is also indigestible, so that means that 20% of the calories that you're eating are not consumed. But what if I can't find a 5 or lower? If a product is a 6 or a 7, and that's all you have to choose from, that's okay. It's better than a 12 or a 23. Just ask your grocer to carry other items. They will. Okay, so these are the danger categories. Now, I'm not talking about fruits, vegetables, or meats, okay? These are packaged goods that are high in carbs that tend to have hidden calories that are making us gain weight. They're BiCePS: bread, cereal, pasta and grains, and snacks. Now, I put the grains with the pasta. I know that should be with cereal, but I put it with pasta because we tend to eat grains with meats and sauces and other vegetables and things, where cereal is usually a breakfast food. So pasta and grains is going to be in one category. The bottom line is don't allow low fiber products into your home. So let's start with bread. Okay, here's Arnold bread, 100% whole wheat, whole grains, blah, 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 blah. Okay, total carbs 24, dietary fiber 3. 8, okay, 1/8 of this is fiber. Not good. You want a 5. Okay, how about this? Pepperidge Farm swirl, 20 grams of carbohydrate divided by 1. 20 divided by 1 is 20, so 1/20th or only 5% of this is fiber. So you're eating almost pure sugar. Wonder why I keep getting fat. Wonder Bread, need I say more? 24. That means 4% of what you're eating is fiber. Terrible. Now here's bread alone. Look at this. This one's great. So what you can do is you can round that 16 down to a 15 and then divide that by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. That makes it a lot easier. Don't go crazy. You don't have to be exact on the decimal. You just have to get in the ballpark. Dave's bread, this is what I eat. Look at this. 22 divided by 5. Again, you can make that 22 into a 20. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Or you can make that a 25. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Still, you're under the 5, so you're doing great. Okay, this is a good bread. Dutch Country, 100% whole wheat bread, no artificial colors, 1 whole grains per serving. Oh no, high fructose corn syrup. Look at this, 18 divided by 2, it's a 9. It's almost a 1/10 of it is fiber. So no, not good. Even though it looks good, look at that cute little picture with the buggy and the horse and everything. Doesn't that look so good? Oh, so natural. Don't fall for the words. Look at the numbers. Cereal. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Here we go. 31 divided by 2. Just round that off to a 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. That's what you're feeding your kids. Wonder why my kids are fat. There you go. Oh, Frosted Mini Wheats. So good for you. 51 divided by 6. 8.5. Not good. This is what I eat. Nature's Path Organic Heritage Flakes. So 7 times 5 is 35. So this is it's under 5. I know that because 7 times 5 would be 35. So it's good. Okay, here's Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Now, it's not bad, okay? This one is 47 divided by 7. 7 is 49. So it's between 7 and 6. Okay, there it is. But if you substitute it with this brand, the Nature's Path, you're going to be at a 5. If you need Raisin Bran, buy this one instead. Pasta and grains. I love this angel hair. It is so yummy, but no, it's a 25% fiber. You're eating pure carbs. Oh, Luigi Vitelli. You know this is good. And look, sometimes you just want the old-fashioned kind of gummy, yummy pasta, and this looks like a beautiful product. But sorry, if you want to get fat, this is the way to do it. Eat this stuff. This is a 25. That means that 1/25th of it is fiber. That means like 4% of it is fiber. Terrible. Now this one looks like it would be good. Look at the great labeling and everything. Organic, gluten-free. 42 divided by 3, 14. Not good. This is what I eat. The edamame spaghetti, 20 divided by 13 is 1.5. So this is over half fiber. The only thing about this, for older women, it does include edamame, which is soy. So you got to be careful eating too much soy. But this one is great for fiber. Here's, we're talking about some grains now. This is organic white rice. 35-1, okay? 1/35th of this is fiber. That is minuscule. Here's short grain brown rice, which is better for you, but still, it's 11.6. That's not so much better. So here's quinoa. It's a 15, so that's not so great. Let's look at the next one, farro. Okay, look at this. This is a great grain to eat because it's 33 divided by 5. You could just go 30 divided by 5, which would be 6. So it's closer to our 5 than the other ones. I think it might have something to do with the hull on these things. If you go back and look at this one, the white rice looks like it has no sort of hull around it. The short grain seems like it has more of a hull. The quinoa looks like it has a very thin little shell or hull around the grain there. And then this has a very thick hull. So I think that must be what the fiber is. Okay, now for snacks. did I really need to tell you this? But I love M&Ms, but 26. Cheez-Its, these are my favorite ones, the Cheddar Jack. Oh, okay. Less than 1 gram of fiber. So it's not even really an 18, okay? So this would be 1/20th or 4% fiber if you eat this. It's just a big gummy mess. But look at this. Cauliflower bites. They are a 3. This is 1/3 of what you're eating here is fiber. So that's 33%. So since it's a 3, it's a 1/3. And that's fantastic. They are expensive, though. I think this little bag is like $5 or something, but I really like them. I think they're yummy. This is a good alternative for snacks as well. This was like mostly nuts, so these are 3 as well. This is really good, the lesser evil popcorn. Now, be careful because some popcorns, even in the same brand, if they have one that's like, white cheddar, it might be a 15 or something. It might be really high, where the one that's just salt tends to be 3 to 5. So this one is excellent. You can snack on this all the time. This is a perfect snack. Also, did you think that you could eat a candy bar? It's not a Heath bar, but it's dark chocolate, and it's a 4.6. Isn't that great? It's under 5. So where this all came from is Dr. Greger. He is the greatest. He's from nutritionfacts.org. He is the one who came up with this 5-to-1 rule. And what he says is that fiber helps us get rid of excess bile, feeds our good bacteria, and changes our gut hormones, which collectively helps control our cholesterol, body weight, blood sugar, blood pressure, thereby reducing the #1 problem in the U.S., cardiovascular disease. Reducing inflammation is a whole other mechanism by which fiber may help prevent chronic disease. Check out this guy. He's the greatest, and watch his video, the 5-to-1 fiber rule. He is the daddy of all this idea, which is fantastic. I also got this from Bob and Brad. These are 2 physical therapists who are on the internet. They're on YouTube. Love these guys. They are the ones who have the video that I watched that inspired me to make this video. So check them out. They're a fantastic resource for all things with good body stuff. This is from Harvard. Yeah, a bunch of slouches. What would they know? Fiber helps regulate the body's use of sugars, helping to keep hunger and blood sugar in check. This is from the Children's Hospital in the University of Southern California. And it says, the scrub brush effect of fiber helps clean out bacteria and other buildup in your intestines and reduces your risk for colon cancer. And finally, Forks Over Knives, which is another great resource for vegans and vegetarians. Switching to a diet high in fiber and complex carbs produces a greater diversity of gut bacteria, more fiber-loving bacteria, lower markers of colon inflammation, and a 70% drop in secondary bile acids. I don't know what that means. In only 2 weeks. So I hope this video has helped you. It's been a pleasure to make it for you, and here's to your good health.